there have been 3 national conferences on guardianship law. The Wingspread Conference, the Wingspan Conference, and then just 2 years ago, the National Guardianship Summit. And these have built on each other with ways of developing guardianship law. And in the most recent Guardianship Summit recommendations, there have been a couple of, the major focus was on how do we work with guardians to make sure that they understand their important role and the limits of their role. I've written on this topic, and one of the things I've argued is that while guardianship law only exists, its only reason for existing is to improve the well-being of the ward. It goes back to what's called the parens patriae power, which is the power of the state to protect its citizens when they cannot protect themselves. If guardianship is not improving the well-being of wards, it has absolutely no justification to exist at all, because it takes away rights that are foundational. And what I have argued based on a lot of psychological research is that in many cases guardianship makes the family feel better, they make the social service network feel better, they probably make the courts feel better, but it doesn't necessarily improve the life of the ward at all. And it's rather horrifying. With very good intentions, we can actually do great harm. And that's where the National Guardianship Summit has focused in on this, saying it's not about making the guardian's life easier, it's actually about making the ward's life better. And that may take a great deal of effort on the part of guardians and of courts and of social service agencies. So person-centered planning, assisted decision-making, limited guardianships, these are all some of the recommendations of ways to make sure that the well-being of the ward stays at the center of the guardianship process, which is really hard because they're the people with the least organized voice in the proceedings. Most of the other groups have some kind of institutional presence in the system, and wards generally do not.